Hi everyone, thanks for being with me one more time for sharing a new video with new content. In this video, we are going to talk about three different types of verbs. They are transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, and linking verbs. So stay with me till the end of this video. This is a grammar for everybody. Let's start. Let's start with the first group of verbs, transitive verbs. The main characteristic of transitive verbs is that they are followed by an object. It can be a direct object or an indirect object, without needing a preposition to join them. Some common transitive verbs are attend, meet, cut, complete, among others. Let's see a couple of examples for you to understand this better. Let's check these three examples. I will attend a meeting tomorrow. Here we have the verb. And remember that I said that transitive verbs allow us to have objects. So, I will attend what? A meeting. This is a direct object. By this, we know that we have a transitive verb in the sentence. Let's see the second one. Andrew completed his collection. Completed is the main verb. Andrew completed what? His collection. This is the direct object. So we know that this is a transitive verb. Now let's see the last example. Sarah met Marvin at the coffee shop. Sarah met who? Marvin. This is the verb and this is the direct object. So we know that this verb is a transitive verb because it allows us to have direct object. The key to identify transitive verbs is that if we have a direct object after it, it is sure that this is a transitive verb. On the other hand, intransitive verbs are totally the contrary to transitive verbs. Now you will see why. As I said, intransitive verbs are the contrary to transitive verbs. It is because intransitive verbs does not allow direct or indirect objects. Some examples of intransitive verbs are shiver, come, laugh, go, among others. Intransitive verbs are usually followed by an adverb or an adjective. Let's see some examples of sentences with intransitive verbs. Here I have two examples. The first one says, I was shivering because of the cold. Here the verb is was shivering. Remember that I said that intransitive verbs does not allow verbs, but we can find adverbs or adjectives after them. And in this case, we have an adverb. This is what we call a subordinated clause. So this is an adverb clause introduced by a subordinated conjunction. And this is the main verb of the sentence, and it is an intransitive verb. Then we have this second example. I went to my grandparents' house. Here the main verb is went, and we know that it is an intransitive verb because we cannot find a direct or indirect object after it. I went what or who? We have no answer, so we know that this is an adverb. To my grandparents' house. This is an infinitive phrase acting as an adverb. Now let's move to linking verbs. Linking verbs, on the other hand, allow us to have subject complements. Remember that in the subject complements we have predicate nominatives and predicate adjectives. The most common linking verb is the verb be. However, there are some others like seem, sound, taste, become, among others. Let's take a look to some sentences. Here I have this one. They seem confused with her answer. Here we have the verb seem. This is a linking verb because it allows us to have a subject complement. We have an adjective that is describing the subject. This is a predicate adjective. Let's finish with these two examples. Everyone can become what they want. Here we have the verb become. And this is a linking verb, so it allows us to have a subject complement. Everyone can become what? What they want is a predicate nominative because we have a noun clause that acts as a noun and it renames the subject. Now, the soup tastes salty. In this case, we have the verb tastes and it is a linking verb. In this sentence, we have the verb tastes. Salty, we know that it is an adjective, so this is a predicate adjective and it is describing the soup. As you see in these examples, we have verbs that allows us to have subject complements. So this was everything about these types of verbs. I hope now you will be able to identify them in a sentence. Remember that you can send me your doubts through the email. See you in the upcoming video.